WB. We'll see if I'm the only one on again. Oh yeah, still kind of laggy. The objective is still to fix up the rocket silo. Wasn't I making splitters over here? Yeah. I need to go pick some more up. Maybe that's the first thing I'll make over here. This is my larger base now. I think those spread over from the west. Heyo. Yes. Yeah, you show as why aren't we recording? That's the account that you usually stream with ComSci. Yes. This is actually a mod that combines some of the planets. So this is what my space map looks like. It is very crowded because I added all of the planets that I could find that work together. So you start on Novice, and I don't... Oh, I did actually land on Vulcanus, but Chakor is off Vulcanus, which is a combo of Vulcanus and... not Gleba, a different one. Oh man, why can't I remember? Fulgora. That's what. So it has a bit of a jank to it, but these sections are for the destroyer worms. And I'm still getting enemies on this map, but there's still the lightning storms. So there's lava butting up against an oil ocean, and it's not catching on fire all the way. Yeah, check this out. This is mech armor. You can walk all over the buildings. It makes getting around a lot easier. So the basis of the Fulgora planet is an inverted tech tree. So you start with mining with the normal drills, and getting scrap, then when you recycle the scrap, you get the basic items. And this one actually has an excuse me, an extra step because it's a combo planet, so there's actually Chakor specific scrap. But let me open up the Factoripedia and scrap recycling. So you get 12 items out of this recycler, and you have to sort them, which is something that a lot of players wouldn't end up doing on their own, and it's so cool. Like, if you need iron plates for something, you have to go through like 6 steps because you don't get iron plates from recycling. You get power poles, and then if you recycle the power poles, you get steel plates, iron sticks, and copper cables, and so you also have to filter those. So this is my solution to a line of filters, all going through a 4 wide bus. But then, yeah, the Chakor scrap actually makes normal Fulgoran scrap, which has its own recipe and makes its own stuff. There's slight overlap, but there's a whole bunch of other items, and so I'm sending that through and also filtering out all of the extra items. It's really cool. I'm a fan. And that item right there was ice. So on this planet, you can set a pump jack on this ocean, but you don't get water, you get oil, like heavy oil. Just straight up. So you have to melt ice in order to get water in order to craft anything. You guys just started playing Satisfactory again. Yeah, that's one I haven't gotten into because behold. Oh yeah, I need to make another trip because I am out of splitters. Resource game by trains. Transport Tycoon Deluxe. Sounds fun. And city builders, yeah. What are your thoughts on The Sims? It's a classic, but it's definitely a theme. That's a good point. A Sims is single player. Like, it's single player plus. I think I've seen that you can join your friends by visiting their house or something like that. But it's not truly multiplayer. That's fascinating. The new Sim style game, not familiar. Yep, you end up with a mess. It's called Inzoi? Interesting. Oh, the cat one. Wait, is that the one I was thinking of? Oh, just kidding. That is not the one I was thinking of. I have not seen this yet. Wow. Wow. They're going for it. I want to parameterize this. Okay, they need iron gear wheels and electronic circuits, which I think I will have to recycle out. Whoa. Full up on ice. Okay, how do I want to create this? Okay, I definitely need to recycle the assembly machines. Yep, that'll have lots of what I need. Actually, both of what I need. Okay, how do I make the lubricant? Is it a chemical plant? Yes. Using heavy oil, easy. Do I not have chemical plants? Thought I had some. Okay, gear wheels. Then circuits. Advanced circuits. We'll get them from the processing units. Welcome back. Yep, looks like I need a couple of self-feeding deleters. If you recycle something, usually you only get a percentage. This one. Yeah. Ice recycling takes 1 ice and gives 25% ice back. So you can turn items and power into nothing, meaning it's an effective deletion mechanism. This isn't gonna work right. Yeah, recycling down to nothing exactly. I should really make a blueprint for this. I made some over here. How did I deal with the overflow? Behold my spaghetti base. I don't think I did. It's interesting. Oh yeah, see now the scrap is made it to the end. Not Chakor, this is the Fulgoran scrap type, which gets fed back. And the thing is, some of these are overlapping, and I have not dealt with all of them yet. So this is holmium ore, and I've fed one line over here because this is also holmium ore, so I want it to end up in the same place. So low density structure, I don't think is in that recipe. Oh yeah, let's get some copper cable so I can make more lights. Oh. I do not need to recycle these because I have an actual advanced circuit set up. This is most definitely gonna fill up. So I have to deal with overflow on every step. So let's start by trashing it all. I really do want to make a blueprint though. So this needs to enable, disable. If there's anything on the belt, it shouldn't be running, because otherwise it will overflow and then the belt will be full and this inserter won't be able to insert into the recycler because this inserter has stuffed it. Which means it won't recycle anymore, which means it won't put out more, which means it won't use more, and that just kind of deadlocks. So how do I prevent that? I also want this to keep a certain amount in the storage chest, though. I could split this into 2 steps, where there's like a belt or a chest here, or I could use a combinator. Let's try splitting first. So this does not need to be connected. I want this one connected. It's less than 5. So this is really cool. In the blueprint maker, you can parameterize your inputs. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, that's not displaying the rail around the F-type. That's interesting. So when I click this button, it lets me modify what the paste is going to be, like how it will be placed down if I use the blueprint. And I can make it a parameter so it pops up a dialog box and asks for the value. So the actual item that it's filtering, I want to be a parameter, so I can just answer the question when I place it down. The value that it's holding in the box, I also want it to be a parameter, but this lets you set a base value. And then this one, sure. Item. Then, oops.
Base is under attack.
It's probably fine. Amount in storage chest. And stack size. So this is the amount allowed in output. Yes. In Factorio 2.0, there's a whole bunch of programming parameterization that you can add. Every single inserter is now a filter inserter. You can just set a filter along with using the actual circuit wires to set requirements and stuff. It's amazing. Trash loop. So now I can trash coal. The amount in there is 2.4K, so I'll set it to 2,000. So yeah, it shows this parameterized build dialog box. It lets you select the item, it lets you set the amount, and then it makes all the ghosts afterward. And the best way to trash things is actually to craft with them, usually. Or no. Just kidding. That's the quality. So there's a new built-in mod called quality. So you can turn it off if you want. But here's an example. If you put quality modules in a assembly machine or even in a recycler, you have a chance to get a higher quality item. And those higher quality items, they're the statistics that change are indicated by this little gem. And sometimes it just raises the base health of the building, but other times, for instance, with the electric poles, it increases the supply area and wire reach. So you can have this medium electric pole have more supply if you get it up to the legendary rank than the substations. And so it takes up 1x1 space instead of 2x2, and it covers more. So rather than just recycling for quality, you can actually craft up, and then you have a percentage chance to get the higher quality, and then you can recycle after that, and then just... So I've ended up with I set up rudimentary version here. I've got some rare resources that I can craft into some things that I want. Got rare circuits. And all the uncommon ones too, but people usually set up another loop to go up a step. Right, so this one also 2,000. This is tungsten ore. This is holmium ore. Let's also do 2,000. This is sulfur. That has half. Is that half? No, same stack size. 2,000. This is calcite. Same thing. Yeah, eventually I'll use this, but I want things going through fully so it doesn't stop. These will be 4,000 rails at 4,000. Oh, wait. This isn't going to make itself. So that is a problem with this design. If you have a crafting or like a second tier item, then when you recycle it, you will get its constituents. This will make stone, iron sticks, and steel plates, which means you can't just cycle them back into itself because it'll clog really fast. He's stacked to 50, so it'll be the 2000. He's also stacked to 50. Okay, what's clogged right now? Scrap. That means we extend this. I am out of my ingredients. Low density structure. So this will hold a lot more. Times 4. So 8,000. Stone. Batteries. Also 8,000. Steel. 4,000. Ice. I can feed back. Okay, let's go collect. These elevated rails are really cool too. Still making science. Yep. Still making accumulators. I'll take some. Yeah, but what I really need is belts. Okay, pit stop right here. I'm gonna grab stuff from my spaceship. Oh yeah, I can definitely show Kaylin the ships that we have. So this is actually a server that I'm hosting. If you know anyone who wants to join, I think there's space. But uh, some of the other planets. Oh yeah, we have a bunch of rocket silos sending stuff up when we need it at our novice base. Lots of solar that we might be able to take down if we need, but because yeah, we have a whole bunch of nuclear also. And this is my Star Schooner. It's a pretty standard ship, some defenses on top, some collectors along the outsides. Then it uh, refines and crafts its own fuel and ammo. This is what I've been using to get around the inner solar system. But we also have this ship that one of my buddies made. It is just designed. Look at all of these cargo bays. The inventory size is insane, and it's just meant to transport between Vulcanus and Novice. So it brings the science and some extra resources. Is Vulcanus not making tungsten? Did our tungsten patch run dry? Whoa, it did. That's not good. I will add a to-do item. Give me tungsten ore. There you are. Yep, this is all mined out. Wow. I think we have more down here. Yep. And we've got more up there. So I could set that up, but this is the lava planet. If you guys want to set up a Factorio server, I will 100% join. So, yeah, the Vulcanus idea is use lava and split it into iron and copper. Then use these foundries to deal with molten metals. And then you pipe the fluids around to do all your crafting. The tungsten is a requirement for a bunch of ingredients. You can get the tungsten from the worms, actually. When you take them down, they leave body segments. Oh, I can actually show you. I have some left over here. And you can mine these for tungsten. But then once you do take them down, their territory is yours. So Fulgora is lightning based. This is Chikor, so it's a fusion, but you get these regular lightning storms, and that's your best way of generating power. You make the lightning rods and then store it in big battery banks. Oh, yeah. You did mention your brother doesn't let you, like, doesn't give you a chance to learn the mechanics and just kind of speeds ahead. Yeah, I definitely won't try to do that. I love seeing people figure things out. I wanted some belts. So my star schooner is parked in orbit around Chakor, which means I can drop down. Dang it. I need to send it on a round trip. So we're not making enough of the belts that I want to use on the surface of the planet. So I can, just like, it literally functions identically as a train. But this space platform will travel in between the planets. And, for instance, this one needs to go to Vulcanus before it can go to Novice, because that's how the links work out. But it has some automatic requests once it gets there, and we'll pull up the splitters and undergrounds and belts that I'm wanting. Because I make plenty of them on Novice. That's where we started. but uh, we've installed a whole bunch of planet mods. So Janus, we have not visited. Acularis is a stone planet. All of these little speckles you see are just rocks. And once you break the rocks, it reveals some uh, material that you can mine out. Uh, that one's a cool challenge, but I only landed there and left. And Neumann 5 is actually a space platform. So you have this really weird world generation where it's just like an endless platform. But you pump out nanites as a fluid and use that to make uh, all sorts of stuff. And there's a science pack that you can ship out once you get it all ready. Actually, did we set up? No, I did not set up the ship. Oh. Okay. Neumann 5. All requests satisfied and circuit condition. This needs to be greater than 200 so it can make the trip. And it wants to collect the nanite science packs. Oh, and how much can go on one rocket? 1,000? This has so much space though. Let's do 3,000. And send it on its way. Okay. So now this one is going to get running. I just copied over the other mule that I have because this one can make the trip. I just wanted a duplicate that's dedicated for this specific science pack. This one. What should we call this ship that's going to Neumann 5? Its entire purpose is to visit this quote unquote planet and pick up the science packs and then deliver them back. Arriving. Wait a minute. Why did it do that? All requests satisfied. Oh, I forgot to change the planet it was coming from. There we go. So the nanite science packs need to come from Neumann 5 in this request. Then other planets. Woodria is the wood planet. There's forests all over the place. There are bugs, there are patches, and there are also animals. So there's a whole bunch of agriculture. And again, haven't really explored that. It just dropped down and then came back up. And in my opinion, the ground covering that they chose looks really bad. Quadromire is another fusion planet. It's a fusion between Gleba and Vulcanus? Gleba and Novice? Not sure. Neumann vibes. That sounds cool. Okay. So the ones that were staged there already have arrived. And yeah, there's a mod that adds the planet in the background. That's actually not vanilla, but oh boy, it changes everything. So that will go back and forth so I can do the research that I want. I am not making metallurgic science packs enough. I don't remember what the next progress research would need. Yeah, we named this one Metal Mucil. Like a play on words for the medicine. So some of these other ones, this Janus transport is again identical. It's just a copy of the Metal Mucil, but meant to go in between the Janus planet, which again we have researched but not visited. So I was leaving that for another one in the group. And then this is the first attempt by someone else in the group of just playing with the spaceship building mechanics, which is really fun. You have to make a self-contained and protected factory, and I love it. But Char is a combat planet, and you actually get enemies spawning on your way there. So we haven't visited there yet. We're not really set up. Corundum, I think, is a fusion planet. It's got lightning on it. So it's a maybe Fulgora Gleba fusion. I don't even know what Tapatrion is or Nicohaven because we haven't been to their connecting items. And yeah, there's some that we can't access yet. And it's really cool. Rudara. This one was Vulcanus plus Novice? But yeah, it's really cool. I'm liking building all of these. Why did this just go all the way around? That should have been allowed this way. That one signal. That's why that didn't work. Okay, this is stuck on splitters. Need to set up a recycler for them. If this is greater than 2,000, then send it to the recycler. And actually, I needed to pick up more of those. Silly me. Oh man. Wait. I want to go this other way. I'm sorry. There we go. That's gonna fill up really fast. What I should do is go like that. It'll use some of those circuits from here first, I suppose. Concrete. That one deserves... Oh no. There's a little tiny pool of oil. Alright, talking about the lag. That's uh that's just because there's a whole bunch of stuff happening. I need a machine upgrade. But did you get some jittering? Because it is possible. I have some network. Solid fuel. But I'm gonna rotate this. I want to merge these, but not certain how. That should work. Learned in the server. Can't make mixed dye. Purple's awkward. That is interesting. Yeah, I was playing last night with Mo, and Ron was on also. We conquered a floating ship up by Ron's island, north of spawn. So there's a whole bunch of treasure there if you want to just go grab it. The Zeppelin nearby to Ron? Maybe. It had a whole lot of sails. Village and pyramid nearby. Maybe. There's a whole bunch of villages and pyramids, so I'm not certain. But yeah, if it's right next to Ron's base, then you're probably thinking of the same one. It had a structure underneath it, one of the astral something on stilts. And I built a spiral staircase if you don't have some method of flight already. Died a few times. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ron will probably post a clip of it, but we were fighting some monsters and he started taking radiation damage and we were all confused and then he died to the radiation damage. And then he came back and got his stuff and started taking radiation damage again. He picked up a bar of plutonium and it killed him from inside of his inventory. 23 deaths. Oh, I didn't notice. Wow. He's going on some adventures. If you have not found the sprint shoes artifact yet, that makes it super easy, barely an inconvenience to traverse the desert. But you do have to unlock it. So if you do have the sprint shoes, the key that shows for me is left shift, but you have to hold it and you can research that artifact. And there's a little constellation mini game, and then it gives you the actual sprint boost. It like raises your acceleration and top speed. Is really cool. Yes, exactly that. Okay, I think I'm actually gonna go. We have some Easter plans. So I will save. Thanks for stopping by. And thanks for hosting the mod pack server. That's really cool. I'll be on there over the next week at least, for sure. Okay. But I am off. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.